And the U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has been assigned a new mission in Israel, part of the Washington stepped-up efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza, meant to put an end to the 10-month clashes between Israel and Hamas. A new stage of the Rubla Plus program aimed at renewing Romania's car fleet is due to kick off on Monday, when natural persons willing to replace their vehicles can benefit from a budget of roughly 20 million euros. Those interested in buying an all-electric car can benefit from a voucher of 5,130 euros, while those who want to buy a hybrid car or an electric motorcycle will get 2,615 euros. A person can handle a maximum 2 vehicles older than 6 years, and the price of the electric vehicle they want to purchase should not exceed 70,000 euros. The Ukraine announced that its forces have destroyed another bridge over the same river in Russia as the Ukrainian onslaught continues in the region of Kherson. The commander of the Ukrainian Air Forces said the reason behind the destruction of the aforementioned bridge was to cut off the supply routes for Russian troops. This has been the second bridge destroyed by the Ukrainians in a week, which contributes to the isolation of the Russian troops south of the same river. Also on Sunday, Russia launched a second ballistic missile against Kyiv, but according to the Ukrainian military administration, it was intercepted and destroyed before reaching the city. Ukraine anti-aircraft defense units have also destroyed a series of drones launched by Moscow. Russia has qualified Ukraine's incursion as a major provocation and vowed to retaliate with a worthy response. The United States and the Western powers, who want to avoid direct military confrontation with Moscow, said that Ukraine had not given advance notice and that Washington was not involved. The countries which are backing Ukraine after the Russian invasion in February 2022 have so far refused to allow this country to use long-range weapons against Russia in an attempt to avoid the escalation of the conflict. The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has been assigned a new mission in Israel, part of Washington's stepped-up efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza, meant to put an end to the 10-month clashes between Israel and Hamas. The 10th Middle East trip of the high U.S. official since the onset of the war last October comes a couple of days since the U.S. forwarded a series of agreement proposals, which together with the other mediators, Qatar and Egypt, believes would be filling the gap between the sides. In response, the Islamist group Hamas rejected the new ceasefire project in Gaza. The talks in Doha have achieved no progress, Hamas representatives say, describing the talks' outcome as an illusion. Israeli representatives are to meet representatives of the mediating countries in Cairo on Thursday. The war, which followed the attack on October the 7th last year, when Hamas killed 1,200 Israelis, has led to a disastrous humanitarian situation for the nearly 2.4 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, who are now suffering from a food shortage, while the IDF bombardments and onslaught have caused the death of 40,000 people, mostly civilians. An icon of the French cinematography, Alain Delon, died on Sunday at his home in Dauphine, surrounded by his 3 children and his family. The actor was a star of the golden era of the French cinematography and shot to fame with the parts he played in The Samurai and Borsarino. Once described as the most beautiful man in the movies, Alain Delon starred in some of the best French productions of the 60s, such as The Leopard and Walker and His Brothers. From the 1990s, his film appearances grew rare, and although he appeared in more than 90 films during the course of his career, He won only one César Award in 1985 for Our Story by Bertrand Blier. And that was the news from Radio Romania International in Bucharest.
This is Radio Romania International broadcasting from Bucharest. Sunday show.